I'm an artist, but I'm also the provost at the New York Academy of Art, and you're at my studio in Dumbo, Brooklyn. This is one of my favorite pieces in the show right now, and it's based on a television show called Ozzie and Harriet from back in the 50s. And this was sort of a typical suburban sitcom, and it was literally, in some ways, the first reality show because the kids that were in the show were their actual kids, and Ozzie and Harriet were actually married to each other. So this is a frame from one of the episodes, and it's done in a technique that I call subtracted drawing, where you paint a canvas gray, and then you sand into the gray paint, and it feels like you're painting with light. So technically, that's how it's done. This is another one of my favorite pieces, and it's a commission for a young couple who live in Philadelphia. The woman's mother had bought a piece of mine, and the daughter loved it so much that she wanted to get sort of a horizontal version of it. So this is made up, but it's based on a sketch that I provided them with so that they could tell me how they wanted it to change. They wanted to have the bottom of it a little bit darker. They wanted to have a little bit more green up in the middle part of the painting. And what I like about it is that this reflection actually isn't a reflection. It looks sort of like a reflection. It's almost more like a plaid. And it's my version of what a reflection should look like. And these over here are scenes from a small lake up in New Hampshire called Lake Waukesha that I've been going to since I was 14 years old.
Amazing.
So all of these are paintings that I really like a lot. This one I like in particular because the stone formation, and there's a lot of granite up in the lakes region, but it looked to me like an altar. And I like that idea that there could be something like a natural altar in the forest. That my wife Janice and I would kayak in the area, and so we passed by this thing that looked like an altar. And I love the fact that this is done with glazes of thin paint, like layer after layer, so there's probably like thousands of glazes in this. And I like the fact that this area in the middle sort of recedes in space, and then the rock actually projects, and then the reflection also recedes in space. So it actually has the effect of being illusionistic, which I like a lot. So all these paintings really, in many ways, are not realist, they're illusionistic.
Amazing. Thank you so much. And any advice you would like to give an emerging artist?
Nobody's journey is the same, so don't compare yourself to anybody, but try to be a part of the community, curate your friends into shows. If you get into a gallery, try to bring your friends into the gallery with you. Be generous, and if you bring your friends into a gallery, it just makes the gallery better.
Okay, thank you so much.
Thank you for coming.
And a handshake?
Thank you.
I'm interested in crude oil. So this is the crude oil for me, and the question of like where the crude oil comes. It's been really fascinating for me that how people, including myself, we forgetting like crude oil is natural and organic matters, and it comes from the ocean. How this relationship like really like a devil and corrupted with oil because of course the way that the power game is been working with the West and colonialism, but like literally the crude oil being for indigenous people very spiritual and for healing purposes. So I like to bring this narrative a little bit more visible.
And is the crude oil like situated in any kind of state, or because I'm from Nigeria and where I come from, the city I stay has crude oil.
Yes.
So I'm like, is there a specific city that you're looking at?
Yes. So this crude oil is coming from where I come from, Iran.
Iran.
Yes, and the south of Iran. So when you look at these things, although you might just think like this is not related, but this is like a modern era, like 70s, that I remember my childhood, or it's in my memory of like my the image iconography that been around, the how people were like standing in line in the winter to get like oil for the heaters, and this was like during the war, after revolution and during the war of Iran and Iraq.
Yeah.
So like again, it's another way that I wanted to look at like where the history of things is, for some people is more tangible or like in a different way, and how other people, for example, when you go to the history of oil, you see like how you get back to the root of British petroleum, right? So I'm sure like we share that history. So I like this kind of like overlapping and questioning and playing around the landscape of the oil refineries, oil discoveries, oil control, basically.
Okay, thank you. And is there any advice you can give like an emerging artist like me or anyone that would watch this? How can they go in your career?
I don't know if I have advice, but like I can say like how I work, and it's been kind of like making it more expanded and more meaningful is like how when something is interesting for you, how you can just like really go deeper by just like immersing yourself for a while, by just educating yourself about that. And educating about something doesn't mean like you're reading books. It's about like how much time you put to just meditate on that subject.
That's good. That's amazing. Okay, thank you so much for...
Thank you, and good luck
You too.
with everything.
Handshake. Yeah.
I mean, I think I got some great for years, and just like, I can't believe I did it. Just like, it's really more approach to learning. It's not really about the stuff you're teaching, it's like how you get there to even.
That's a good thing. We had a good thing going.
Okay guys, I'm currently done with the vlog. Went around 3 studios to really immerse myself in such talented artworks and amazing artists. But I hope you love what you watch at the Dumbo Studios, a 2-day open studio showing. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and keep creating. Stay inventive if you're an artist that invents. Stay figurative if you paint realistically. Have a lovely weekend, morning, night, evening. God bless if you're a Christian. I don't know. Bye.